Hey there YouTube, Mr. Lupafu, set review, red, let's just go right on ahead. So we have a Crowan Conscriptor, it's a 3-2 for 5, which the body is pretty terrible. You don't want to be a 3-2 in this format. Yeah, you can active treason every time you get to heroic, but I don't like him that much. He's okay. We have Archetype of Aggression, which I expected was going to give creatures haste, not trampled. But it's actually not. I mean, it's very aggressively costed for limited. It might be okay. I don't know what to think of it, really. Bolt of Karanos, I mean, it's removal in limited, so it's fine and it's playable. And there's, as I said, a lot of 3 toughness and less guys, so this is pretty solid removal. Cyclops when I pass is pretty bad. A 5-2 with this in this format is just not that good. Epiphany Storm is kind of, oh, it's a cheap heroic enable. It's a cheap inspired enable. Oh, look at what I'm doing. I don't like it. I really don't. Using a card to give a creature reverse looting is not what I'm impressed with. Everflame Eidolon, however, oh yeah, this is a real card. Mark my words. This is a very, very, very powerful creature. Fire Breathing, as we saw from Theros, is saucy, and when you get to double Fire Breathe, lets you do some bonker stuff. Fall of the Hammer, pretty solid removal, I think. I love the flavor text, by the way. It's very, very good. I think this card is solid removal. Definitely rewards you. And since it's not actual fight, it's just deal damage. It can mess with people. Fated Conflagration, you have to commit a little bit heavy to red for it, but if you get it, I mean, it's solid removal. It's typically destroy target creature in this format, because 5 damage kills most things in the format. Fearsome Temper, I do not like. I do not like it at all, Sam, I am. Felright Spirit Binder is a little bit better, just because it's a 3-4. Again, it has trouble matching up to some of the 4-5s from Theros, but for Born of the Gods, it can stand for itself. Being able to clone stuff is also not a bad one. I think this is one of the better inspired cards, but most of them, as I said, leave me uninspired. Flame Wreathed Phoenix is it's a 3-3 flyer for 4, so that's nice and aggressively costed. This is probably the best tribute card overall, but they're all pretty bad. This is definitely a good limited bomb, though. Forge Stoker Dragon is the red pre-release promo, and it's very good. If you're able to activate the ability as you attack but before blockers, you're like, pew pew pew, unblockable 5-4. Yeah. I like it a lot. I really do. It's very powerful and limited. Impetuous Sunchaser, I do not like. It's a 1-1 flying with haste. Yeah. And it attacks each turn of Fable. I'm not impressed with it at all. Crime Butcher, it's a 2-3, so again, 3 toughness. So it's not going to fight too well. And making it a 4-3 for a few turns is not, I don't like it that much, really. Lightning Volley is one of those cards that's like, oh, tap 4 mana and I can either Lightning Bolt your face, or, like, I think Lightning Volley can do some bonkers stuff if you're in the right deck with just a ton of tokens, like red-white, and you're just able to generate a bunch of tokens, and it can be a great finisher for that. I have to play with the format to see how it is. Nyxborn Rollicker, I really don't like it. It's super aggressively costed for Bestow, so think of it like a cheap heroic enabler, but nothing else, because 1-1s for 1 are typically underwhelming for a reason. They just get outscaled often. Oracle of Bones is either a 5-3 haste, which again, 3 toughness, or it's a 3-1 haste that lets you cast an instant or sorcery. This is, I don't know. We'll see how this one plays out. Farragax Giant is meh. Really. I don't like Tribute. I can't. Like, I think this is one of the better, like, commons with Tribute, because it's either like smash your face for 5 and now I have a useless 3-3, or I get a 5-5, but it's not that good. Pinnacle of Rage, very expensive removal, really, but it can be a 2-for-1. It probably will be a 2-for-1 in a lot of formats. Um, it's just so expensive. Reckless Reveler, it's a 2/1 that you sack a destroy target artifact. It's, you know, they have one of these every format. It can be okay. There's not a lot of artifacts, really. There's a lot more enchantments. Rise to the Challenge, very good combat trick. +2/+0 and first strike. Very solid. Can just blow out combat, and it's a good heroic enabler. Satyr Fire Dancer is okay. In limited, it's not as good just because there's fewer instants or sorceries that deal damage. But if you're able to combo it with, like, Pinnacle of Rage, or, you know, the other ones you covered, it can do stuff. Satyr Nicksmith, it's 2/1 with haste. I don't like it that much. I mean, it does work out that turn 3, play it, attack. If they don't have any blockers, you can untap and get a 3/1. Yeah, but that's about as good as you're gonna get. You won't be able to trigger this multiple times, probably. Scout is very aggressive. Scouring Sands, 1 damage to each creature your opponents control, scry 1. It can be okay against certain matchups, like there's 1 toughness guys running around like crazy, so it could be a 2-for-1 or something like that, but I don't think it's that good. Searing Blood, quite good if you're in a heavy red deck. 2 damage to target creature is fine, and if it dies, 3 damage to creature controller and instant. Good removal. I think I like Lightning Strike better, to be honest. 3 mana, 2/2 haste that lets you scry 1, pretty bad. I don't like it. Thunder Brute. This is one of the better tribute cards. Like, red has the best tribute cards for limited, I think. Because either you get a 5/5 trample, which for 6 mana is, you know, a little bit underwhelming, or you get you get an 8/8 trample or a 5/5 trample with haste. But the fact that it has trample means it's probably going to be a 5/5 haste most games. Thunderous Might is a card that can set up a bajillion blowouts. Or just, like, makes your creature really big. Like, slapping this onto Two-Headed Cerberus. Whew, that's saucy. And lastly, we have Whims of the Fates, which is that cute spell. I don't like it that much for limited, though. It's a fun one to play, though. It's like this is the search the city of the set, basically. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Rate, comment, subscribe, and be sure to check out the other parts.